In this video, I'll give you some tips and suggestions for recording and submitting your personal narrative podcast. So, again, for this assignment, you're taking that personal narrative paragraph you wrote for your last assignment, you're revising it, you're adapting it, you're improving anything you need to improve, you're changing the formatting to turn it into a podcast. Um, in that planning activity, you probably saw and listened to it was Hot Topics with Janelle. She has her script right here, the music where she's going to pause, her intro, her outro, her sign off, all that kind of stuff. And she has the audio right above. We're going to figure out how to do this. I'm going to show you how to do it in Moodle. There's lots of ways. Maybe some people might choose to record it on their phone. Some people might have other things. I'm going to show a real straightforward, simple way to do it right in Moodle. No matter what you do, the first thing you probably want to do is to get your script in there. Again, you could write it in Word, you could write it in Docs, you could work on it somewhere else, you could print it off, you could write it by hand. Eventually, though, your script needs to end up in here. So let's say here's my script. As usual, I'm going to hit the drop down show hide toggle button and make this full screen so I have it a little bit bigger here. Now I have the script to my example podcast. Let's pretend, especially like this paragraph, needs to be filled out to my complete personal narrative paragraph. But this is just my example. From here, once you've got everything looking the way you want and finished, you have a couple options. Let's say if someone chose to maybe record it on their phone and email it to themselves or save it to their computer, work on it somewhere else, maybe they recorded it some other way, they would upload or insert their audio using this one. It looks like a little page with a camera on it. It says insert or edit an audio video file. They might choose to say, okay, well, I want to insert it at the top. So I'm going to click on here. They could choose to insert audio. They could find it using browse and they could insert the media there. But that's if you saved it on your phone or recorded it somewhere else. What if we want to do it right in Moodle? There's this other button right here. It's a little microphone. When I click that, that's going to pull up the record audio feature. It's one button. It's really straightforward. I'm going to hit start recording. Now I'm recording my audio. It's recording my voice, and then when I'm done, I could insert this into my assignment. I'm going to hit stop. How did that sound? Let's listen. Now I'm recording my audio. It's recording my voice, and then when I'm done, I could insert this into my assignment. I'm going to hit pause there. Now I have a couple options. I could choose, maybe I want to record that again. I'm not happy with it. It didn't go exactly how I want. Or if I'm done and I'm ready to submit it, I would attach. I'm just gonna totally discard that for now, but I'm gonna use that record audio feature in a second here. One part of podcasts, like an important part of podcasts and of this assignment, is having some of that music in there. So I've chose a couple spots where I want music in my script here. And the planning assignment suggested using something like Bensound. It's free. It's all like free instrumentals as long as you include a citation. I'm just going to open that in a second window here. Again, maybe, I don't know, maybe you have your phone in your hand and you're playing the audio towards your microphone. Maybe you're doing it on, there's lots of ways to do this. I'm just going to do it in a second window here. So let's see, I have my script, I have my music. I'm ready to do this, I think. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit record audio. I have my script sitting in front of me. I have my music ready. I'm going to start. Hi, and welcome to my example podcast. Here's where I'd read my revised and reformatted paragraph. I'd be talking for a while, test, test, test. Whenever I get to my next music portion, I'll hit music again. This has been an episode of My Example Podcast. Today's music was provided by bensound.com. Done. So by just using one record feature and by having another tab open with my music, again, could have it on my phone, could have another window, could have another computer or whatever, lots of ways to get the audio playing towards your mic. I have this. So when I'm done, again, I could listen to it. Hi, and welcome to... Sounds good. I'm going to attach. So now I have my audio there. One thing that might happen though is what happens if you might have noticed it said give me a 2-minute timer. What happens if I go over? What if I have a long paragraph? What if I have a long personal narrative? All you'd need to do is, so let's say I was recording my first half. I got cut off. Maybe I'll notice where it stopped and hit record again. Now I'm recording a second audio and I'm starting wherever I left off. Maybe it cut me off at one idea. I've started my other idea. Maybe I'll now, do my exit music, etc., and I'm done my second half. I'll attach that one too. Now I have my first part and my second part, if it took 2 parts, as well as my script. When I'm done, I'll toggle this back to a smaller thing. I can save changes. And maybe as usual, I could go back in, I could revise, I could edit. It's still just a draft. But if you notice, my draft has my audio versions and my script. If I was done, I'd hit submit. If I want to go back in, I'd hit edit. But that's one quick and easy way to quickly record some audio for your podcast. Good luck.